So for more than a decade, LeBron James has been without question the best player in basketball. Most would say he's the greatest player of his era. There were times we questioned it due to other generational talents having remarkable runs, such as Steph in 2016 or even Kevin in 2018. But nonetheless, LeBron has been consistently at the top of the basketball rankings for the longest. Such an astonishing run. But as we know, runs come to an end. And although LeBron is still playing at an extremely high level, most of the basketball world feel like his illustrious run of being the best player in basketball has come to an end. Now, I was going to make this video sooner, but I feel like this was another component of deja vu, or a blast from the past, if you will. And it as well could be. However, I feel like this time it isn't. Now, to the people that don't understand what I mean when I say a blast from the past or deja vu, as I alluded to earlier in the intro, we've seen this before, just not as drastic. We've seen a player take the shine away from LeBron and have us questioning whether he's still the best player in basketball or not. Steph's historic run coming off his MVP/championship season in 2016. Most may not remember, but there was a plethora of fans and analysts saying Steph is now the best player in basketball. And at the time, I also thought that. I mean, we all seen Steph that season. He looked like a player who was otherworldly. He took the lead by storm. And then this happened. Yeah, that kind of was the end of that run. Same with Kevin Durant within that Warriors run. After dismantling LeBron and the Cleveland Cavaliers in back-to-back years, there are people alluding to Kevin Durant as being the superior player out of the two. A slight but quick argument can also go for Kawhi after his historic 2019 playoff run. And then it happened again. And this has been a consistent theme for LeBron in his career. Someone comes and surprises the basketball world by exceeding the already high expectations that are set for them. And then the talk comes. Who has the mantle? Who's the best player in the league? If LeBron doesn't have the crown anymore, who has it? I think most will lean towards this guy. I know there's been arguments for KD, arguments for Jokic after his MVP run, even arguments for little Steph in the beginning of the season after seeing him lead an injured Warriors team to the top of the Western Conference. But candidly, you can't take it away from Giannis. Not at least until you beat him. I mean, it's the same treatment LeBron has endured over and over again. Giannis is the reigning Finals MVP and is just as dominant despite the slow start for the Bucks. Giannis is currently averaging 29 points along with 11 rebounds and 6 assists. He also is averaging a block and steal a game. He's third in PER. He's shooting a robust 54% from the field overall. Clearly playing at an elite level, but what is quite galvanizing is not many people is campaigning for him. I mean, not like they do LeBron or like they try to do with KD or even Steph. And I don't really understand why. Regardless of who you feel has took the crown for LeBron, you have to put Giannis in that conversation. And yet, it doesn't seem he gets the push from the analysts and fans like those other guys do. But that's another topic for another video. Now, Giannis has been out with a minor ankle injury. However, before the injury, he led his team to a 31 wins to 20 losses record. Giannis has then came back from that injury and did this. He dropped a whopping 50 piece. Now granted, it was only against the rebuilding Indiana Pacers. However, the dominance he presented in that performance sort of sustains my argument for him being the best player in the world. I think a lot of people's argument against Giannis, he isn't the greatest shooter. Which they're not wrong. However, production is production. Giannis not being that efficient of a shooter doesn't stop his dominance. Giannis is currently shooting 32% from the 3-point line, which isn't as inadequate as you think, only because he shoots a robust 82% when finishing at the rim. Which if he keeps this up, he's on pace to break LeBron's previous record that he set in 2014. LeBron shot a historic 79% when finishing at the rim. Giannis shooting that high of a field goal percentage in the paint sort of supplants his below average 3-point shooting field goal percentage, because most of his points come from the paint anyways. And yes, I know what you're thinking. He's great, but all he has to do is build a wall around. And candidly, I can't argue against that. However, What I do know is experience is the best teacher. And although we haven't seen him face a wall since the 2019 Eastern Conference Finals, him shooting a below average 32% for the three is good enough to condemn any wall a defense tries to throw at him. Not to mention his upgraded mid-range he's added to his arsenal since then. But hey, who do you think the best player in basketball is currently? Do you also think it's Giannis? Or do you even think LeBron should have the title? Let me know your opinions down below. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'm out.